to enable them perform their duties of protecting the territorial integrity of our nation. Now, delivering the speech at the event, President indicated that these vessels, Ghana Navy ship Volta, Ghana Navy ship Densu, Ghana Navy ship Pra, and Ghana Navy ship Ankobra, have been fittingly named after some of these famous rivers to help Ghana. Now, this, he said, is a recognition of the significant progress being made by the armed forces to end illegal mining in our river bodies and help restore them to their natural state. With Ghana and indeed West Africa currently confronted with twin threat posed by terrorism and violent extremism for the Sahel by the piracy in the Gulf of Guinea, President Akufo-Addo stated that his government is determined to do everything within its power to guarantee the nation's territorial waters and integrity and ensure the safety of Guineans. According to him, steps have been taken to protect the country's northern borders from the onslaught of violent extremisms and terrorism. This, he said, will include the establishment of forward operating base, that's a FOB, along the northern perimeters and equipping them with state-of-the-art equipment to defend the country's maritime sector efficiently and effectively. Let's hear him.
This event is yet a further manifestation of the commitment of government to retool and re-equip the Ghana Armed Forces, enable them to perform their duty of protecting the territorial integrity of our nation. We're gathered here at the 2nd D Naval Base to commission 4 new vessels acquired for use by the Navy. Even though this is the first time in my period as Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces that such equipment has been procured for the Navy, I can assure you that it will not be the last. Indeed, when I took office as President of the Republic in January 2017, I was taken aback by the state of our armed forces, especially with regards to their operational readiness. It was nothing short of abysmal. We have thus had to take deliberate steps to shore up the capability of the armed forces and that of the other security services. We've had to purchase a significant number of armored personnel carriers, buses and vehicles for the Army, and refurbish the existing fleet of CASA aircraft and helicopters for the Air Force, and placed orders for new fighter jets for them. All our efforts at transforming the Ghanaian economy and putting our nation onto the path of progress and prosperity will be rendered futile if we do not secure our borders and give the Ghanaian people and businesses the serenity of mind to go about their daily activities in an atmosphere of peace and security.
President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo was also confident that with the arrival of these 4 River-class ships, as well as the imminent coming into play of others, the Navy, working in collaboration with other services, will be well equipped to protect our maritime domain, which will in turn serve as a boost for the fisheries and shipping sector, as well as for offshore oil and gas production.
The high dependence of the nation's economy on offshore resources, as well as the enormous potentials of the maritime sector to contribute to our food security and employment generation efforts, make provision of effective maritime security of the utmost necessity. Therefore, the Ghana Navy, as the lead maritime security agency, deserves all the support it needs to enable it carry out its duties efficiently and effectively. In addition to these 4 ships, government is in the process of acquiring 2 offshore patrol vessels with high endurance limits to maintain constant presence at sea. We'll also procure some more patrol vessels to respond to the myriad of threats along the coastline. Financing for the acquisition of these ships has already been provided for in the security sector retooling program initiated by the Akufo-Addo government. I'm certain that with the arrival of these 4 river-class ships, as well as the imminent coming into play of the others, the Navy, working in collaboration with other services, will be well equipped to protect our maritime domain.
You heard Ghana's President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Now, in other stories, the Secretary General of the International Maritime Organization, IMO, Kitak Lim, has expressed grave concern over the Russians' ongoing military operations in Ukraine. Now, reacting to the Russian invasion of Ukraine, Lim said he was concerned over the spillover effect of the hostilities in Ukraine on global shipping, logistics, and supply chain. Along with the people of Ukraine, innocent ships, seafarers, and port workers engaged in legitimate trade should not be adversely impacted by this growing crisis. He said shipping, particularly seafarers, cannot be collateral victims in a larger political and military crisis. Lim therefore urged all parties to take steps to ensure safe passage across their seas. He said he supports and stand with the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres' call for hostilities to cease immediately. Meanwhile, BBC News reported Saturday that the French Navy had intercepted a cargo ship in the English Channel that was bound for St. Petersburg, Russia. French border forces are inspecting the cargo to establish whether it belongs to a company targeted by EU sanctions against Moscow, the outlet reported. Meanwhile, merchant ships are increasingly becoming the target of Russian missiles. In one incident on Friday, the crew of a small chemical tanker was forced to abandon ship with 2 seriously injured. If you just join us, you're listening to Maritime and Port News. The African Continental Free Trade Area, AfTA Secretariat, and the World Customs Organization, WCO, have signed a Memorandum of Understanding, an MOU aimed at operationalizing the tariff schedule and ensuring additional fee and efficient movement of goods in Africa. The MOU, which was signed in Brussels by the Secretary General of the African Continental Free Trade Secretariat, Wamkele Mane, and the Secretary General of the WCO, Kuni Mikurilia, is expected to strengthen the organizational capacity, transparency, and effectiveness of the African Customs Administration sustainably through cooperation between both organizations. The shared goal of both organizations remain to enhance continental trade by eradicating trade barriers through connecting custom systems, populating the AfTA Secretariat tariff book, and providing capacity building for custom officials and administration. Mane said that the MOU will improve the partnership between the WCO and the AfTA in ensuring that custom administration are fully equipped to implement the AfTA agreement. In our final story, Russian import booking declined 40% over the past week and will obviously fall further after growing 64% 2021 from the previous year, resulting in a 75% increase in goods by value, according to the Census Bureau. This puts the imported goods value at its highest level since 2012. Now, this direct economic hit will more than likely be dwarfed by the numerous indirect consequences of Russia's recent invasion yet to come. Now, most of the current supply chain woes have been driven by demand that exceeds the current transportation capacity limit. This conflict will impact maritime shipping capacity worldwide and add to the already present price inflation. Russia is the world's 11th largest economy and one of the main producers of oil and supplier of industrial metals like aluminium and palladium, which have been increasing in price this year. Now, all of these are critical component production of finished products that have been fueling the U.S. economy growth and for the years past. On this note, we'll wrap up this morning's edition of Maritime and Port News, proudly sponsored by the Ghana Shippers Authority. They provide you with the best in oil shipping solutions. You can contact them at the Shippers House in Accra, and also supported by the Business News on Omanfm. You can join us live on YouTube and on Facebook for more Maritime and Port News. My name is Nanesi Boateng, my producer. Have a great day.
Joe, wake up.